Best not miss. You won't believe what the delay was. You won't believe what the delay was. Imagine a professional lighting system where when you kick the cord out, you can't find the cord even though the other end is plugged up somewhere. I don't know, people. I just go through it sometimes. I go through it sometimes. Shout out to all of my day ones and my stay ones. Definitely in the building, rocking out with us. Listen, I'm not even going to hold you guys today. What today's show is about is I want to show you guys something. You guys have been seeing the clips. And listen, shout out to all of my people who watched the clips all the way through to the end of the show. Salute, salute, salute. That is where you will always get the best of our content, is if you watch. Oh, I'm about to say. I guess this will do. I'm only using one today. Is if you watch the content from the end to the beginning. But I have a question for you guys. Have you guys noticed anything weird that's taking place inside of the dating realm? I'm going to get right to the punch of the show. This is not a show where we hate women. I'm going to get that straight now. This is not red pill. This is lifestyle. This is relationship. This is all of the things that matter in life to us, right? This is not red pill. We don't tell men to hate women because there are some amazing women out there. I promise you, there are some women out there who were probably raised in a two-parent household or had a very strong relationship with her dad who will help you get past that hump that you've been stuck at for the last 5 years just by her energy, just by her presence, just by her inspiration, just by her motivation. So this is definitely not one of those woman-hating shows, right? But I definitely want to jump into something off top with you guys. I want to jump into something and show you guys what's taking place. Let's go.
These successful men like older women, and I'm digging and digging.
I want you guys to know something that's taking place. It has gotten so difficult for women to date. Listen to me when I say this, because you'll think that I'm just joking if I don't really let you know that I'm really saying this. Women have started lying to themselves, literally. We saw the other debate the other day with me and Miss Snow is so sophisticated, which she turned out to be more pleasant than. But listen, these women are lying to each other to make themselves feel, lying to themselves, because to tell that lie to myself sounds more like inspiration, sounds more like hope than admitting it's starting to look like I'm really going to be by myself. When I tell you that these women have started lying to themselves, they're making up lies that we can't see anywhere in society taking place. Let's go.
These successful men like older women, and I'm digging and digging, and I'm like,
I want someone to answer me this. If successful men, I'm not saying there's not two or three, but if successful men have taken to dating older women, show us anywhere in society. We know that men who have their pick of women are typically men who have done well for themselves, handsome men, very confident men. Show me anywhere in society where there is someone who we knows, like Tom Cruise or anyone, Michael B. Jordan. Show me where any of these men have started dating older women. Show me anywhere in society where men who have their pick of women are picking older women. And this is how we know that this stuff gets crazy. The crazy part to everything that we're saying right now is it doesn't even have to be that way. Feminism did a number on American women. Artistic expression and freedom often requires that someone tests the freedom. Just behave in a manner that you know you shouldn't be behaving in, just to see if you can get away with it, things like that. These women have chosen to behave in certain manners just to demonstrate their freedom, opposed to be what men are saying that they will provide for, what they will take care of, what they will protect, what they will honor. So you're choosing to demonstrate your freedom in front of everyone, even at the cost of being chronically single for years upon years. Those of you who are not African American, you don't understand what we're talking about. You don't understand that what we are telling you is we have people in our family who have been chronically single for decades. Do you know how terrible that is to have to take on all of life's burdens alone? And when you exhaust all of your options, when you run out of ideas as to how you're going to come up with the rent money, that's it. Instead of have a secondary partner in your life to where when you've exhausted all of your options, now that person can get on the phone and make phone calls to their family member to see if they can borrow the rest of your guys' rent money. Boy, that ego is a powerful mother effer.
But why? And they're realizing now that at one season of their lives, they absolutely desired a younger woman because, it's fun and it's fresh and it's moldable. But then as they're starting to achieve success, they're realizing, I got real
What the hell is this?
men like older women. And I'm digging and I'm like, but why? And they're realizing now that at one season of their lives, they absolutely desired a younger woman because, it's fun and it's fresh and it's moldable. But then as they're starting to achieve success, they're realizing,
There is nothing taking place in society that we are aware of that is showing that there is an exodus of younger, successful men who are choosing older women. But I'm going to tell you how we know what's going on with her. Because as a man, well, no, I take that back. If I were a woman, I'd probably lie to myself too, opposed to come to the truth, the reality that the last 5 men that I've slept with, the moment they were done doing their business with me, the first thing that I heard, yes, the infamous belt buckle jingle. He didn't roll over after you guys did the do. He didn't kiss you on the jaw. He didn't tell you, let's go out in public together and get something to eat. Because that man had already assessed and determined your value long before he ever slept with you, because he deemed your value to be lower than someone he would take out in public, someone he would cuddle with after sex, the first thing he did to you was hit you with the infamous belt buckle jingle. Let's go.
I have real life issues. And though it's possible to find it going younger, it's going to be much more difficult. And they're looking for people who have ideas and creativity, solutions and experience. And that's just been, and look, watch exit interview. It's not me saying it. It's them saying that this is what they're looking for now. It's hard. I interviewed a guy who was saying, look, I went through a really tight season in my business, and to go to a woman and I'm telling her, I'm trying to be vulnerable and say babe, this is what's happening. And she says, her response is, it's okay, babe. You're strong. You'll figure it out. He's like, I want to just get up and walk away, because that doesn't help me solve any problems. I interviewed another beautiful man, same day actually, and he's more into the aesthetic. Everything for him was, she got to look good. He said, I am into the IG model, BBL having,
Really?
he's like, lashes. I like it. He's like, I want it. And so
What they're doing is they're cultivating their own unrealistic realities so that they can live inside of those realities, opposed to perform in the real world with us and do the things that you really have to do to achieve the things that you really do want. From a woman's perspective or from men's perspective, what women must do today, you guys might not like to hear this. Let's go. Turbulence, people. For those of you who aren't familiar with this show, when you hear that, I'm likely about to say something that's going to ruffle some feathers. Dating will always be a effed up experience for you until you surrender to men. Because the caliber of man who would allow you to be in a relationship with him without surrendering, you're not even attracted to that caliber of man. Listen, fellas, don't let any of these women fool you. They know who simps are. They know the caliber of men who say nice things and just give women their way just to be in the presence of those women. Women are unattractive to those women. To those men. They're not attracted to those men. They misuse those men. So the men who will tolerate their bad behavior, they're not attracted to them. They're not attracted to them. Yada Awakening is like 4'9" or something like that. 4'11". Women aren't kicking his door down to be inside of that cult he has going on. Ace Metaphor, right? You got these people. Real women know men who are pushovers and they're not attracted to it. Trust me, let's go.
Going back and forth, and we were talking about, but he also said that those women, usually come with their own set of circumstances. Sure. And that he wants a woman. He was one of the ones, because they're sitting in the studio together, honestly, like they're on, but I want a woman who comes with solutions and ideas. And I'm like, well, maybe I believe that you can find the 10 that you're looking for who also has those qualities, right? Mm-hmm. But what your focus is, when your focus is just the aesthetic, then the trade-off might be a person who can come with some ideas and all the things. And I said to him, y'all don't start thinking about.
Okay, now let's talk about this. Since everybody wants to talk about trade-offs, you know what? People, I think I'm going to have to go ahead and, I didn't want to do this, but I guess I have to. It's a little bit too bright in here for me, but listen, since you guys want to talk about trade-offs, let's talk about trade-offs. Ladies, listen to me. Turbulence, people. You can all get into a fruitful relationship inside of 30 days that will last 10, 15, and 20 years inside of the next 30 days. If you really want to get into a relationship, ladies, you can be in a relationship inside of the next 30 days. But you have to acknowledge trade-offs. You guys are lying to yourselves so profusely to where you don't even know what type of deals to make. For instance, if you were telling the truths to yourself, you would say, I am overweight. Men don't typically like that. I do have multiple children by multiple men. Men typically hate that. And I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of ratchet and ghetto here and there. All of that is fine. Because if you're honest with yourself about that, here's what you'll do. When the guy who doesn't really have a good job, he mows the yards in the neighborhood, when he does try to holler at you, because you have already told the truth and acknowledged all of the things that, aren't necessarily in your favor about you, you will be more open to dating that man because now you're not looking down on him. A lot of you ladies today have done so much damage. Oh, damn. A lot of you ladies today have done so much damage to your lives to where you went delusional and you started telling yourself not too much is wrong with you. A lot of you, if we liken you to a vehicle, listen, if we liken you to I gotta go back and get that. If we liken you to a vehicle, a lot of you are the equivalent. You're still good human beings. And there's somebody for a lot of you. You can really pull this off if you tell the truth, you humble yourself, and you stop acting like you're God's gift to the world. Right? Because that's what a lot of you are doing. A lot of you are looking at, listen, it's all over the internet where women are talking about they can't date an average man because if they want to go to a vacation or something like that, he may not be able to go unless he asks his boss. Now, to an extent, fellas won't agree with this, but to an extent, I agree with a woman like that. If she's saying that she already lives the type of life that, if she's saying that she already lives the type of life to where she can get up and go whenever she wants to, then that would compromise her life, right? Let's go. Let's go, TikTok. So I could understand a woman being irritated that she has an average man, but listen, you need to know whether or not you are average or below average material yourself. Ladies, you can lie to yourselves. We've had all kinds of women come up on this show, even 240 pounds, and tell us that they're 10s. But here's what we always bring to women's attention. You can lie to yourself. You most definitely can lie to yourself, but you can't get away with the lie. And you know what I mean when I say that? You can lie and call yourselves 10s, but what the world is going to be banking on, are you getting 10 results? Are you getting the shopping sprees? Are you getting the allowances? Are you getting condos paid for you? Are you getting trips on yachts? See, that's what makes it crazy. When you guys say that I'm a 10, but we can vividly see that you're not getting 10 results, it looks crazy as hell to us. Now listen, I want to go back to this.
These things until you get older, and now you come back, you've ran through the women who are drop dead gorgeous, and now you'll take somebody who can nurse you. Now you want a nurse because you're running into your health issues. Your blood pressure is high, you've worked yourself into stress, you've got chronic headaches.
Hold on.
Your diet, your doctor told you.
We're not going to do this. We're not going to do that. Let's go.
And now you come back, you've ran through circumstances.
Sure.
And that he wants a woman. He was one of the ones, because they're sitting in the studio together. Honestly, like they're on. But I want a woman who comes with solutions and ideas. And I'm like, well, maybe. I believe that you can find the 10 that you're looking for who also has those qualities.
Watch this.
Right? But what your focus is, when your focus is just the aesthetic, then the trade-off might be a person who can come with some ideas and all the things. And y'all don't. And I said to him, y'all don't start thinking about these things until you get older, and now you come back, you've ran through the women who are drop dead gorgeous, and now you'll take somebody who can nurse you. Now you want a nurse because you're running into your health issues. Your blood pressure is high, you've worked yourself.
Turbulence, people. How is that any different from women out there on the streets slanging that poontang from state to state, getting that thing beat up oh so effervescently, right? I'm talking about getting that thing pounded out all the way from her valuable years when she's 18, all the way up until the age of 30 when she's ready to settle down. Now, because all of the dating damage she's done to herself, now because she has 3 children by 3 different men, now she's ready to, hey, stranger, that guy who we knew 15 years ago was a good guy. He's not anything amazing, but he pays his own bills. He works at UPS. Now, you're ready to go to that guy who you had in the friend zone for 15 years, all because you know that you've done so much dating damage to yourself to where you can no longer get the men who you want. That's what's taking place. And here's the rough part about that. Men have a longer time span to get it together than women do. Men in their 40s and 60s are pulling women in their 30s. We all know this. And if for those of you who would say, well, it's because of the money, we don't care. You use us for our money. Right? But I want to say this to all of the women. And listen, shout out to all of the lovely women who are the quality caliber of woman who represents women in an amazing light. You know what it is. This is what we're telling you guys. You cannot do this thing without men. You're destroying yourselves. The decisions that you guys are making, some of you can be very intelligent. Some of you can have dual degrees, PhDs, associates, all of that. But when it comes to making decisions based on your realities, they're usually emotional decisions that tap you out. How else do you listen? Even these rich women who are flaunting their businesses all on social line, even they have fallen victim to being multi-tier baby mamas. So it's getting to a point where it doesn't matter how intelligent you are. It doesn't matter. You still need the guidance of a man, or you will fall into a lot of the pitfalls that women complain about today. You need the guidance and leadership of men. You want to know how we know? Because we've seen both of these things demonstrated. We've seen what the society looks like when the women follow men, and we've seen what society looks like when women are independent of men's leadership. Now, I want to ask everybody a question. Which society was the better society to live in as it pertains to families and communities? Was it when the women were being led by men, or was it this era that we live in now? Somebody please tell me, which society was better for society as a whole? The modern independent woman movement, or when women were actually under the leadership of men? I want to know what people think. I want to know what people think. Oh my gosh, that was a bad decision. We all know, because our grandmothers and our great grandmothers, they had homes that raised 3 generations of kids. They had a place for their great nieces to come stay when the great niece gets into it with her boyfriend. They had a place for their grandkids to come when the mom wasn't acting. They had legacies put together for decades. You guys are moving every 2-3 years, right? Why would you want to torture yourself just to prove that I'm a feminist woman, just to prove that I'm equal to men? Why would you want to mess your life up to champion that cause? You only have one life. You don't get a do-over. There's not a spare life hanging up in the closet somewhere in case you really F this one up. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Men love you women. You are amazing to us when you're acting like women. I am telling you the truth. This is the best example I can give you guys. Let's say that there's 50 women and 50 men who all grew up together and hung out together every day. They all did the exact same things. They showed up at like the Little Rascals. They showed up at the same spots and they kicked it every day. And when they hit 21 years old, the men went their way and the 50 girls went their way. What men are experiencing right now is the equivalent of when we hit 20 years old and saw the women go their way. We are sitting back with our mouths wide open, watching the carnage that those 50 are doing to their lives. We are sitting back watching the things that you are doing to yourselves, and we are like, oh shit. You know why? Because we know what happens if you become a woman who's average looking, maybe a little overweight, but has 2 children by 2 different men. We know what the next 20 years of your life will look like.
Dead man! Dead man walking!
We've seen it all our fucking lives. You've seen it. Your sister. We have no clue how you guys started doing this decade after decade after decade, generation after generation after generation. We have no clue how your sister, who used to hang with you all of the time, you guys used to spend time together all of the time, your biological sister, you guys used to go everywhere together. Then she got pregnant. And you would ask her, Niecy, let's go I can't, I got the baby. And then you would say, Niecy, let's go on to Jamaica. I can't, I got the baby. And then, Niecy, can I borrow $15 like I used to be able to borrow from you? I can't, I just bought some formula for the baby. How don't you guys who have sisters, cousins, or mothers who went through this, how can't you guys see, because men, when we see how you guys are moving out there in society, we don't have to see the repercussions come upon you. We know what is going to happen to you based on how it turned out for everybody else that we saw moving, how you're moving. How are you guys doing this to yourselves? Listen, even the beautiful women aren't exempt. The beautiful women are getting busted down. Bang, 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 bang. And their dating value ruined. So now, yes, you used to be fine. Now let's talk about those offsets. I will agree and give you ladies this. I will agree and give you this. There's a such thing as offsets. You guys just aren't moving according to the protocol of offsets. Listen, if you're unattractive, ladies, if you were raised in a lower income environment and you've picked up some rough around the edges behavior, if you have 2 children by 2 different men, if you're not in shape, you can still get with someone. Oh, hell, here we go. Turbulence, people. But he's likely not going to have a job. He's likely going to be either a decent man, which is very good, or a below average man. Why do you think that you guys can be the equivalent of a car that the insurance company has totaled out, but you still get to be purchased for top dollar prices? Even men can't do that. When men hit their late 70s, if they haven't taken care of their body, their dating options collapse. And I know some of you would say, what do he mean 70s? Way before then. No, it's not true. A man who has taken care of himself, a man who is confident, he doesn't even have to be rich. That man could have been retired from the post office. If that man does push-ups every once in a while, if that man walks, if he's always been a confident man, that man in his 70s can lock down a woman in his 40s. He simply can. I'm hoping that there's not one person who disagrees with that. Men and women have different expiration dates on their clocks. Women, and here's what's crazy. Women, listen, ladies, there's nothing but love coming directed towards you from this show. The thing that we believe is amazing about this show that makes this hottest show online, people. The hottest show online is because we discuss the things that impact us every day, the things that most usually impact our everyday lives. And here's yours. You guys are Mercedes-Benzes that ran into a guardrail. But when it's time for you to sell that vehicle, you're asking for the same price that you purchased it for. How don't you know that you can't do that? How don't you know that now that car is like 10 years older than what it was when you purchased it? How don't you know that there's some wear and there's some damage on it now? Higher body count than what it was 10 years ago. Heavier weight than what it was 10 years. How don't you guys know that those are price deductions? See, here's the thing about men, and that's completely different from women. Men, shit, let's get on men. Turbulence, people. Fellas, my guys already know this, but I'm going to say it anyway. Those of you who are shy, little socially awkward, money not together, and you're not really that handsome of a guy, but you still, like the rest of men, you love you some poontang. Right? Because of all of the strikes that you have against you, you're going to have to do something to compensate for all of the areas that you're weak in. But see, like I said, my guys, we know this. Guess what men typically do when we know we were raised by a single parent mom and I'm a little bit more shy. I'm not as, confident and masculine as a man as a couple of my homeboys who do well with women. You're going to have to get your money up. You don't have to turn into a trick, but you have to start resembling something that catches the intrigue and the attention of a woman. Even if you're shy or quiet, a woman will still have the ability to look at you and see something cool about you, in that you were the caliber of man who was able to get your money up. Listen, if you're that caliber of man, listen, you better be working with something down below. Bang, 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 bang. But here's the thing. Men know that. We've always offset the negative aspects of us. When our dating value is low in some areas, we go to another area, fix it up and increase it and boost our overall dating value up. It's what we do. It's what we've been doing. There's millions of more women in America than there are men. See, we developed this mentality decades ago. We knew what had to be done. And because what we want is more important to us than how we get it, we make it work, baby. We make it work. We'll go to the gym. We'll get our money up. We'll start taking courses to be able to talk better to women. But women somehow don't think that they have to compensate for the areas that they're weak in. You know how we know? We have women who, even the women on this channel, can look around and see these women and say, ugh. Even the women know, girl, now you know you should have no business putting that dress on. That dress is not working for you. Yet these very same women, who even women know are not up to par, are walking around with the nerve to be being picky. Ain't that something? You can't do that. You can't do that. You don't have the leverage. You guys have latched on to this feminism movement, and it has decapitated the overwhelming abundance of you. Listen, and I want to say this. Ladies, you don't have to agree with us. We've had women come up here and tell the truth about it, right? After following something like the feminism movement for so long and championing its cause, the average woman does not have the ability to, after champion this thing, putting it all over your Facebook accounts, your TikTok accounts, your Instagram. A woman does not have the humility to one day, most women do not have the ability to one day wake up and say, I was following some dumb shit. So they won't do it. They'll secretly be trying to do better or rethink some of the biggest feminist ideologies that they know they were programmed with. They'll secretly be trying to undo them. But you can't do that because you've been blasting this across your social media for God knows how long. You know how people say, don't disrespect me in public and apologize in private? It's the same thing. We saw all of your social media accounts. Some of us thought you were cute and were about to jump into your DMs before we saw some of the bull crap that was really on your page, right? And then we decided not to jump into your DM because, oh, she's on that. So you guys have to publicly rebrand yourselves as the type of woman who isn't on that. I have a question for everybody. Watch this. Pretty crazy that the end result of feminism is women becoming bust downs. Name me something good that feminism did to society. See, and men can see the damage that feminism did to women. We're not emotional. We can see it. Just like how I can say men need to find ways to be more accommodating to women that they're really, really interested in and show the women that they're interested in them, not tricking off. Here's what I'm trying to say. I can't even say that. I'm not going to lie. Because men still do show the value of a woman to women. So I'll just say this. I do believe, let's say African-American men. I'm just demonstrating my ability to be impartial to you. African-American men, I believe that they need to posture themselves better. I believe that they need to moderate how much rap music they listen to because it's corrupting them. I think that they need to have a deeper conscience about how much they're in their children's life. I bash men. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. I think particularly African-American men are kind of ignorant in areas of not acquiring the amount of skilled trades that we need them to acquire. I just have no problem with it. See, this isn't about men or women. This is about right or wrong. And unfortunately, women in society today are performing way worse than men are. You know how we know? Because women are destroying themselves. You're getting trains ran on you. You're meeting men on the first night at a club and listen, not only giving them head, but swallowing. You're meeting men at clubs at night and letting them go raw. Did you know how many women I've had try to pull the condom off of me? And I couldn't believe it. It means you're out here reckless. It means you're out here doing the things that most of us have been taught all our lives come with bad repercussions. A lot of you are out there moving in a way to where all you're waiting on now is for the doorbell to ring, announcing your repercussions have come. Let me read a couple of my super chats. Shout out to Larry Lovelace, definitely in the building with the super chat, getting it started. My brother KP over here. My brother said, my fiance is 28 and it doesn't get older than that for me, as my radar doesn't register any women older than 30. I get it, man. It's definitely turned into a hassle. You already know what it is. My brother, I appreciate the love. Listen, ladies, I need shout out to my brother ZF down here, always in full control over here. Listen, I want to say this to you ladies because we want things to be amazing for you ladies too. Men love women. The crazy part is, men don't even have to be rebranded as if we were performing in society in a way that demonstrated we don't love women. We never stop demonstrating it. We start investing you before we know your name good. First date, we're always paying for. We're investing cash on the first date. It's men who typically keep the phone calls alive. So men don't have a problem acknowledging the value of women. It's simply that modern women have been tricked into mentally and psychologically devaluing men. What throws me for a loop often is how terribly women talk about the patriarchy. And I'm like, what? We are talking. There's multiple of you who are on here right now who live in a different country. Yet we are talking. We are engaging with each other. We're actually enjoying each other. We're swapping information. That came from the patriarchy. How could you guys let somebody brainwash you into disrespecting all of the greatness, the amazing things, the things that are so amazing about men that can only be compared to magic? How could you let somebody trick you into viewing men as the enemy opposed to the alliance? We've never done anything but protected you. And some of you like to say things like, yeah, but who do we need protection from? You need protection from each other. If men disappeared, there would be women who are stronger than you, who would overtake you, overthrow you, and force you to do what it is that their agenda is. So that talking point that you guys always use, yeah, but who is it that we need protected from? You need protected from the infrastructure. You need to make sure that nuclear power reactors don't get out of hand. That's what you need protection from. You need protection to make sure that these dams that are the size of small cities don't crack. Or when they do crack, they don't flood you, your grandmother, your grandfather, your whole family city. It's so offensive how you guys try to force yourselves to believe that men are not, I'm not going to say beneficial, essential to your lives. And the crazy part that we see about it is most of you would consider yourselves Christians. Some of you even go to church on Sunday, but you forget, no, you don't forget, you refuse to acknowledge what the Bible says your role is. It's like some of them really go to church every Sunday. Some of them even go to Bible study and still refuse to acknowledge that men are the head of women and that women are supposed to follow the lead of women. Now, I will give this on the behalf of women. I will say this. As society changed, men have to change with society. Seeing that we now live in a society where women have been given roles, some of them make more money than men. Men have to adjust to that as well. I believe this. In the cases where the women are making more than the men, it is incumbent upon a man to still make sure he carries out the exercises of letting that woman know that no matter how much money you make, we still have a dynamic that we are under, and most of the structure for that thing was put in place by me, and that's what we're going to follow. I have a vision as the man of this house. I have a vision that I believe is very secure in seeing me and you and the children through to the end of life in a comfortable space. So we're going to follow the program that I have going on, right? But I also believe this. You need to make up for your lack in other areas. I see absolutely nothing wrong with a man having the dishes done. If a woman is putting in more overtime than a man and things like that, hopefully I don't have to say this, but you would kind of be a low down dog if you expected that woman to get off of her shift and come home washing dishes. It's insane to think like that. It's not realistic. Our roles have been edited, right? So the only thing that is left to do is operate inside of do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Would you want to get off of a 12-hour shift and come home and change some diapers and wash dishes? See, now this is the part that's common sense. And that's why, as a man, I have no issue stating that. If your woman... That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? I'm going to try to do this. It's not going to work, but let me see if I can do it like this. Let me see if I can do it like this. It's gone. It's gone. Okay, no wonder I wasn't able to find it. Let me see something, though. Just let me see something. It is gone. I hate that because that would have been a good clip to bring up. It's all good. But they do have some instances where, listen, I'm going to say this. The ultimate goal to all of this that we're doing is we are trying to live a good life. We're trying to live a good life. Listen, people, I need 9 people to like the YouTube. Let's get us over that 100 likes mark before an hour is up. We got 7 minutes to get us up over 100 likes before the first hour up. And I want to say this to everybody who rocks with our show. I appreciate you guys for liking and subscribing to the show. Shout out to all of my day ones and my stay ones. And our new 63%, right? We just acquired a 63% new subscriber base. So shout out to those. Let me see something. Let me check out some of these comments. But listen, ladies, here's what we're trying to get. Well, we might as well play the rest of this, though. Let's do this. Let's do this.
These successful men like older women. And I'm digging and digging. And I'm like, but women. And I'm digging and digging. And I'm like, but why? And they're realizing now that at one season of their lives.
We're not realizing nothing. You're lying. And if what we're saying isn't true, where's yours at? It's not in a man's nature to go older. It's not in our nature. It's in our nature to go younger. Can you find some amazing women who are older? Yes. But men who have done well for themselves, show me anywhere in society right now, in the movie industry, in the music industry, and in the sports industry, show me where men are coming into millions of dollars and marrying women who are twice their age, who don't have any money. Show me where. This is what we're saying to you guys. The pain of being alone is so much deeper than what you're lying to people about. You resorted to telling lies. And here's the bad part about the lies. You've resorted to telling lies to yourself. Just to make you feel better about your circumstances instead of doing the work that would cause you to get the results that make you feel better. That's the crazy part.
They absolutely desired a younger woman because, it's fun and it's fresh and it's moldable. But then as they're starting to achieve success, they're realizing I have real life issues. And though it's possible to find it going younger, it's going to be much more difficult. And they're looking for people who have ideas and creativity, solutions, and experience.
We're not looking for none of that. We're looking for somebody who we are attracted to. We don't even think logically like that when it comes to our women. We think in terms of whenever I'm around her, how do I feel? Whenever I hear her voice, how does it make me feel? Do I go out of my way to make sure that she's around me often? This is what I'm telling you. When you guys start telling these lies, they start sounding like lies.
And that
Or I will ask you to show me examples that are taking place in society where men who have their success amassed already are reaching out and marrying women who are 2 times their age or even 10 years older than them. And I'm talking about women who don't have money. That's what shows you. Even women who have money, when there's another man who has equal amount of money of her or more than her, they're not reaching out and locking in with anything serious with older women. 50 Cent tried it and jumped off of that wagon almost immediately. It's not in our nature, but you ladies can still score. Give me 2 ladies up here. Let's talk about this. Give me 2 ladies up here. I want to understand why women don't understand you can score. Being with a less attractive man than what you think you qualify for is better than being alone for years waiting on the man that you think you deserve and him never coming. That's insane because you guys are on an epidemic of that. You guys are on an epidemic of, and to be honest, some of you, your dating value is so low due to how many children that you have had, due to how much sex you have had. Right? Due to how much weight you've gained, all of that, to where you don't like the options that are available to someone with your dating market value. That's what majority of this is about. It's not that the universe is lying about people's dating value, because the universe doesn't get this thing wrong. The issue is when the universe is coming along and telling a lot of these people with accuracy what their dating value is and what caliber of individual they qualify for. They're like this. Ew! That's what you qualify for based on the things you've done to yourself. See, I think this, and this is mostly found with women. Well, we know it for a fact, actually. We know it for a fact. Where's the clip? I can show it right now. Where's it at? I just edited the clip today. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? What we know is taking place today is that women are choosing to condemn their dating options opposed to accept them. No, those are your dating options due to what all you did to yourself. You're trying to force us to accept something that we believe is a low quality product. You know how you guys go to the grocery store and you pick over the plums and the peaches and you look for the ones that are bruised? You're not looking for the ones that are bruised and banged up so you can put them in your shopping cart. You're looking for the ones that are bruised, the bananas that have the bruising on it, so you can get it away from the items that you plan on purchasing. And it's the same with us. Listen, the thing that we find absolutely nonsensical is you guys do the same thing, but act like you don't understand it when men are picking over the bruised fruit.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
So don't act shocked when we do it. It's human nature. All of us, when we wake up in the morning, we set out on a task to do the absolute best that we can in the things that we're trying to achieve that day. If we're going to the supermarket, we go out of our way to make sure that we can find decent products for the cheapest amount of money we can spend, right? This is what we do. We set out every day to do the absolute best that we can. We do it in dating. So if we do it in dating also, listen to me, ladies. Turbulence, people. If human nature is to get the absolute best that they can, then why would a man who has the ability to date a woman who doesn't have kids, whose body is in shape, who's very attractive, she's very feminine, and she's nice, and she's attracted to that man and she wants to date him, why would he push that woman to the side for a woman who's 70 pounds overweight? She's kind of got a messed up attitude. She has 2 children by 2. Do you see where this is going? The answer is we won't and we don't. And usually the type of men that you can get to go for a deal that bad is the type of man that you're not even attracted to. You're not even attracted to the caliber of man who would go for some stuff like that, because typically the only caliber of man who would go for a contract like that is the caliber of man who can't do any better. Somebody tell me when I'm wrong. Listen, shout out to all of my people getting us past the 100 like mark over here in the first hour. Big rocks, big dreams. But let's go.
That's just been, and look, watch exit interview. It's not me saying it, it's them saying that this is what they're looking for now. Like, it's hard. I interviewed a guy who was saying, look, like, I went through a really tight season in my business, and to go to a woman and I'm telling her, like, I'm trying to be vulnerable and say, like, babe, like, this is what's happening. And she says, her response is, it's okay, babe, you're strong, you'll figure it out. He's like, I want to just.
That is not the description of the woman that men love that I described to you when we first started this show. You'll figure it out? No, you are supposed to be my inspiration. You are supposed to pick me up when the world has thrown me down. You are supposed to supercharge me when my battery is dead. And I don't even care how you do it. Figure it out. Or what the hell are you here for? To just give me kids and be dead weight? You can't inspire me. You can't reinvigorate me. You can't be a positive force to me. You can't lift me up when I'm down. You can't touch me in a way that makes me feel like Superman before I go to work. What good are you? Do you know what a muse even is?
Get up and walk away. Because that doesn't help me solve any problems. I interviewed another beautiful man, same day actually, and he's more into the aesthetic. Everything for him was, she got to look good. He said, I am into the IG model, BBL having, like, he's like, lashes. I like it. He's like, I want it. And so we were going back and forth and we were talking about, but he also said that those women, usually come with their own set of circumstances. Sure. And that he wants a woman. He was one of the ones, because they're sitting in the studio together, honestly, like they're on, but I want a woman who comes with solutions and ideas. And I'm like, well, maybe
this woman has taken one potentially imaginary conversation, but this woman has taken one conversation that she had with a man and is trying to convince society that that's the ideology of most men. When we have a man right here amongst the panel of probably 60 to 70% of men who disagree. We know what we want in a woman. And we are so simple about it. You don't have to be gorgeous. All you have to do is be about us. Men will lower our standards to get the type of companionship, the type of behavior that has historically been able to boost a man's drive up. We will go down in looks. If she's feminine, if she's fit, right? A man will even take a woman who has 2 kids by 2 different men. I won't, right? There's a lot that comes with that. But this is what I'm telling you guys. A lot of you ladies are coming to the table with con, pro, con, and acting like you don't understand when a man won't accept that contract. They won't accept the contract because you're not giving them anything to work with. If you are unattractive, right? If you are overweight, you better damn well be feminine. You better be damn well be accommodating to a man. If you do have 2 or 3 children by 2 or 3 men, and you want a quality man, you better damn well still have retained some of the youthful beauty that you had when you were the shit. You better be in shape. See, you guys don't know about trade-offs. This is something men mastered since the beginning of time. Because men have existed since the time where women's allure was so powerful. These women were viewed as such high value commodities to where other men would lose their lives for looking at Jeroboam's woman. I wouldn't look at her if I was you. That's Jeroboam's woman. But what you guys don't understand is you were taught about how valuable men have treated women since the beginning of time. And you're trying to live in that existence now, even though it's been the last 30 years that the quality and value of a woman has dropped probably 50 to 60% since that time, where women's value was getting them treated like queens. That's not the case anymore. We can talk you guys into having threesomes with our friends. You guys are meeting us at the club on the first night, giving us head and swallowing. There's nothing wrong with swallowing. Like, I won't date a woman who won't get down like that, right? But what I'm saying to you is this. There are some components that are associated with a woman that is reserved only for her husband. And worst case scenario, only for a man that she has been in a serious relationship with for at least it has been 18 months. All that you guys are giving to men, you're not supposed to give to anybody other than your life partner. You guys are digging in your trick bag on the first night, doing the nastiest of things with this stranger. Some of you are willing to take it in the third hole on the first night. Or even if it's not the first night, even the first 2 weeks. You guys are giving all that you have to men who aren't your husband. The only person you're supposed to be giving all that you have to is your husband. Not just anybody is supposed to violate you at the highest levels. That is reserved for your husband. But here's the problem that we're having. A lot of you, by the time you age out and you're ready to get serious after the trains have been ran on you, the menage a twins, right? After you've had a rotation of 5 men per month bust you down. Now that you've gotten older and those things are starting to wear a toll on you, now you're interested in a serious relationship. But yet you don't have anything valuable about you left to give to your husband. There's nothing this man who you're expecting to give his life for you and your kids in the event that it should call for it. There's nothing left that you have to give to him that you haven't given to other men. Even your butthole is not virgin anymore. So by the time you guys make it to the premise of serious relationship, there's not much valuable about you anymore. Some of you have even done the booty with your feet. You know what I'm talking about. The fetishes. Some men like to do it to your toes, in between your toes and all of that. Some of you have given absolutely everything valuable that a woman can give to a man to a lot of people. You've went above and beyond the call of duty in the bedroom with a lot of people. Had men squirt in your face. I'm not saying anything's wrong with that, but in my personal opinion, I believe that it's reserved for that man who means the world to you. Listen, let's go a step further. Turbulence, people. This is the big one that a lot of you have done so much to where you view it as a small one. You've even let men nut in you who are not the man who means the world to you. To some of you, letting a man go raw in you and come in you, that's nothing. That's just like regular sex to you. But did you know that that was only reserved for the man who means the world to you?
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
See, and that's why this is the hottest show online. A lot of you are 3 and 4 generations removed away from actually getting to witness with your own eyes what Granny's behavior was like. When culture was still intact. When teachings were passed down. Generation after generation after generation on how a woman was to conduct herself. You guys don't get those teachings. You guys are on TikTok videos in the video with your mom, hands on the wall twerking. You guys are so far removed away from the culture that had men slobbering at the mouth over you to where you don't even know how to get back to it because you never got to see it. The closest thing that you guys have to the information that is required for you to be high-level desire in the eyes of men, like women have been, is if you can humble yourself and listen to men who got to see it. Listen to women who were raised in it, which there's not many of them today. A significant portion of women have been overthrown by rap music and a lot of the things. Their database has been erased and they have been updated with programs that teach them to be the exact opposite of anything that men would consider respecting. Which is why listen, we've seen it. We've seen comments where women say, men don't respect women anymore. Turbulence, people. We don't. And we don't really lie about it. Yes, that's true. Men don't respect most women today. You don't know what it is to dress without going out of your way to make sure that men can see close to the nipple, but it's not quite the nipple. You put effort into this. So when I see you, what am I supposed to do? Say, I'd love to make her my wife. Is that how you think men think? We see you with the Daisy Dukes all up in the crotch of your butt, and then you made sure that the shorts are so tight to where it accentuates the tightness of your crotch, and the only thing that we can't see on your chest is the nipples. You think men look at that and say, I gotta have her. That's the perfect woman to build a life with. Is that what you think? For those of you fools who do think that that's how we think, let me correct you. Turbulence, people. When we see that, this is what we think of. Bang, 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 daddy, bang. Bang, 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 daddy, bang. It's the only thing that we think of. If you lead with sexuality, what type of response do you expect to get back? It's going to be an sexual one. It's going to be an sexual one.
Believe that you can find the 10 that you're looking for who also has those qualities, right? Mm-hmm. But what your focus is, when your focus is just the aesthetic, then the trade-off might be a person who can come with some ideas and all that.
I agree with her on that. Fellas, I've said this to you guys several times over and over. Those of my brothers who really do, you really are a good guy. You really are. And you've reached that peak in your life. where you really do want to see what it's like to really lock in with somebody and build something valuable, the last thing that you need to be thinking about is looks. That's the quickest way to get divorced for everything that you have a month after your divorce. You are supposed to be focusing all of your energy and all of your attention on a woman who appears to be doing the same thing. If that woman isn't calling you for no reason sometimes, if that woman isn't asking you, if that woman doesn't sometimes, even once a month, buy you I don't care if it's a keychain she buys. If that woman isn't showing you, no, I'm displaying true interest in you, don't mess with her. Don't mess with her. What you can really build with is somebody who was interested in you. You can't really date a woman. Listen, if you find yourself in the beginning having to call her more than she calls you, leave it alone. Her interest lies elsewhere, and she's making it abundantly clear. Her interest lies elsewhere. Leave it alone.
Things, and y'all don't, and I said to him, y'all don't start thinking about these things until you get older. And now you come back, you've ran through the women who are drop dead gorgeous, and now you'll take somebody who can nurse you. Now you want to nurse because you're running into your health issues. Your blood pressure is high, you've worked yourself into stress, you've got chronic.
Men don't mind admitting that. I think it's very intelligent for men to make sure that they have a life partner in the later years of their life. The only difference is with men, we don't mind making your life extremely easier all the way up until we reach that age where our health isn't as good. Because listen, your health isn't always going to be good either. There are some men who have taken care of women who have been diagnosed with breast cancer. See, she's making it. I want to play this again.
Your focus is just the aesthetic, then the trade-off might be a person who can come with some ideas and all the things. And y'all don't, and I said to him, y'all don't start thinking about these things until you get older. And now you come back, you've ran through the women who are drop dead gorgeous, and now you'll take somebody who can nurse you. Now you want to nurse because you're running into your health issues. Your blood pressure is high, you've worked yourself into stress.
It's the same thing that you guys do. The only difference is men have sense enough to, on a premeditated level, make sure that we have someone to spend the later years of life with. And it usually results in the man taking care of the woman, being her protector and provider. Okay, you guys have jobs now. You've been empowered. That's fine. But where does it say that you have to reverse the roles just because you make more than your husband? Your husband will never be able to respect you and love you the way that this thing is supposed to work if he can tell that you think differently about your God-given role because of your job occupation and the salary you earn. He'll likely cheat.
Got chronic headaches, your doctor told you got to eat a certain way, somebody suggested.
See, you see how she's doing it? She's making it seem like men are bad for making sure we have somebody at the end of life. No, that's what we're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be doing it too. It's what we've been telling you. See, this is what I'm saying. The things that we are supposed to be doing, if they don't benefit a lot of women today, they'll villainize the things. We're supposed to be making sure we have a life partner, not just for the times when our immune system breaks down and we're not as healthy as we used to be, but so that we can amass 2 times the empire that we would have been able to amass had we been on our own. So that we can expedite the process in creating a comfortable life outcome for ourselves in the later years of our lives. There's a strategy to this. The most powerful people in the world did this. And yet, modern women today look at it and villainize the concept of making sure you have a life partner. But once they've been all ran through and had all of these children, they do the exact same thing. They go back to the guy that they had in the friend zone for 15 years and they abuse him and they use him. But even though she's able to use him and abuse him, it's still somebody to talk to instead of being in a quiet house. It's still somebody whose presence gives you reassurance whenever you hear something out back in the backyard. Right?
You go and get some lab work done and you don't know what they're talking about. And so now you're not looking for the woman with the aesthetic anymore. You're looking for the woman who has some of the aesthetic, but most.
And now after you guys have been ran through and gotten in your 40s and things like that, now you're not looking for the guy who has all of the options anymore. The guy who, now you're looking for whoever will settle for you. So I don't know why. And to be honest, men's isn't, what's the word? It's not intentional, but I guess men's isn't malicious. Men aren't coming to this thing like, oh, maybe this time they didn't diagnose me with this and that. Let me get a woman. No, men are trying to get a woman to lock in with them, even when we're in our youthful health, because it makes sense to us. It's ignorant to do the opposite to us.
The nurturing qualities, because you've aged. Your balls have dropped, so the younger women don't want you the same way anymore.
Okay, and menopause has hit you. Poking your thing is like pouring sand in your hand and whacking off. So what? There's things that happen to all of us, right? You're wearing hair weave because you're balding, just like you say about men. I don't understand that this childish back and forth that men and women are doing. And I'll say men and women because men aren't doing it as much as women. But it's a back and forth that's yielding no results. The plan that you guys, I got to pull this up again. Nope, that's not it.
These successful men like older women. And I'm digging, and I'm like, but why? And they're realizing now that
not what I'm looking for. Where is it at? Why can't I find it? And I'm really disappointed that the one thing is gone. I really wish I could find that. I'm just going to try this.
It's not that women just want to be single.
I'm shocked that I can't find this.
Where's the men who really...
Let me see what this is, though, because it looks like it fits right into our show.
And don't let him ask you to help him build up the table. It needs to be already sturdy before you sit down.
Listen, here's what a lot of women are doing. You, with all of the flaws that you embody. Listen, I'm not making fun of you, but nonetheless, turbulence, people. Some of you, your stomach looks like a mangled up oatmeal Little Debbie pie, or your stomach looks like a nuclear testing site or ground zero, right? Some of you have this flabbing, like, Floyd bag and things like that. Some of you have a lot of that going on, right? And that's fine. That's fine. We can see. Listen, have you guys seen, what's her name? Melanie? No, what is it? What is her name? She's on Melissa Ford. Have you guys seen Melissa Ford's decline? She went from video vixen to looking the decline. The decline is okay. As long as you're living inside of your decline and not trying to still choose your dating prospects based on the mentality of when you were in your 20s and when you were hot. You guys aren't doing that. You guys are inside of a full-fledged decline where your stomach is wrinkled up and things like that from having kids. Not a shot towards you, ladies. Where things are flabby, skin isn't as tight, your thing doesn't really get wet like that anymore. You guys are in a decline like that still trying to pick dating prospects based on when you were youthful and beautiful and didn't have children. Do you see how that could present as a problem? You guys see Shallow Hal? Did you guys see Shallow Hal? I think it was Adam Sandler, where when he would look at this girl, she was like a Baywatch model. But the rest of the world saw her as this huge 350-pound woman. That's how women are dating. They are dating according to the memories they have of themselves when they were at their best, even though they are currently living inside of their decline right now. I have had a woman on a dating site one time. The pictures were cool, but I saw one. Ladies, a lot of you don't know this, and it would do good for you to know this. A lot of you don't know that when you put your multiple pictures up on dating sites, do you know one of the telltale signs men use to expose you, or that you give us to expose you with, that what you really look like? 90% of women on dating sites, if they have 5 pictures of them up, there's going to be one picture that resembles the true them. That's why when I go to dating sites, if I see a woman with 5 pictures up, I look for the one of them that is the worst picture of them. And I know that that is the truth, the most truthful presentation of them. There's a woman, I caught her doing that, and I asked her, I said, this some years ago, but I asked her, I said, hey, can we, are your pictures recent? Because the one that you texted me and said it was from a week ago, it doesn't look like all of the pictures on your She said, oh yeah, those pictures on my profile, they're 10 years old, but I still look the same. She literally said that to me. I said, sweetheart, no, you don't. I was polite to her. I said, no, you don't. Listen, the picture that she sent me, personally, it looked like the grandmother of the woman who was on her dating profile pictures. I think you guys have the ability to do that. I don't know. I don't know if it's delusion or what, but no, you don't look the same that you did 10 years ago. And they're trying to get away with that. You're not getting good dating results based on how you're moving. You're not getting good dating results with that. Good brother.
Hey, what's up, Stacy? How you doing, man?
Oh, man, just living the life, man. Tell me how you feeling.
Oh, man, Dodgers lost to the Raggedy Padres today, but I'm still good because I can't lose.
My man. Talk to me. What you got for me?
No, I just want to do a mod break real quick because these TikTok likes are in the gutter.
Oh, I'm seeing them. I'm just now seeing. Shout out to my girl Lulu over here.
We got about 75 people in here and only 8,000 likes. I'm like, if everybody literally just gave like 500 likes, we'd be at the show go. But, you know.
Hey, people, you know this guy. He'll black those comments out for the whole show.
You know what I'm saying? 500 likes don't even take that long. You can do 100 likes in less than a minute, and I'm not asking. Do 100, take a break. Do another 100, take a break. Let's get these likes up, y'all. You know what I mean?
God, dog, that's crappy. Sorry.
You know, can we get a few more shares? You know, we at 7, that's cool, but you know, we'd really like around 20 shares and 50,000 likes. You know what I mean? And give me that, and I'll shut up. Like you won't hear nothing out of me for the rest of the show.
My brother, I appreciate you getting it together, my man.
No problem. Oh yeah, and that movie Shallow Hal was Jack Black, by the way.
Jack Black, you sure right.
Yeah, but about the video, real quick, she almost made sense for about 30 seconds of that.
I agree with that. I agree.
Video. Then she went off and said, "Well, why can't you find a 10 with good ideas?" Where, Sway? A 10 with good ideas? What? Like, come on. Like, it's part of that is the delusion that every woman is a 10. Every woman ain't a 10. And that's okay. Somebody got to be average. Somebody got to be below average. Me, I'm very average. I'm extremely average. I'm 5'11", average looking in the face. So what?
You understand?
You know what I mean? I just happen to get better than average outcomes out of life because I put myself in those positions. But bruh, like, I ain't no model.
That's what they have to do. Put themselves in better positions.
I was cute 25 years ago. Now I'm average. So what?
Hey, look, 2 Cents said, I mean, just think about it. We currently have arrogant, obese women. And that's because a handsome man will come by and smash them, but they take that to mean that they're like, I don't understand it. I don't understand that part about it.
And that's the other thing. You above average to very much above average dudes need to stop booger woofing.
That's never gonna happen. That'll never happen.
But see, here's the problem, Stacey. Then they want coaching from guys like me. You talking about she's pregnant. What I'm gonna do? You gonna pay child support because booger woofs didn't never get rid of the kid.
Bro, I saw something, man, that was so profound. I think it was on TikTok or whatever. It was profound. I know I saved it, but it was a guy, man, talking about, all that you're going to go through. This was a pastor, I think. He was talking about, listen, as a man, one of the most important things that you can do is be very, very careful about getting these women pregnant. Because once you do this, we're going to do a show on it. Like, dude went in for real. He went in heavy about it.
As he should. Because I'm telling you, when you out there booger woofing, and you know what I'm saying, you park around a block down and around the corner and walk up at 2:45 in the morning with a shiesty mask so don't nobody see you, and then you got the nerve to go raw.
Yeah.
Booger woofs is not going to the clinic with a above average man's kid.
That could pose as a problem. She
finna have that kid, and now you got a booger wolf baby mama and a cub.
I'm gonna find that. I'm gonna find that and post that. All right, I'm about to get back to the show, good brother.
All right, yeah, but okay, now we up to 10,000 likes, y'all. Appreciate that. Keep it going. Like I said, show goal is 50, so keep that going. Get a few more. Let's get some shares going, and the more people in here, the less you actually have to tap. You know what I mean? So let's go.
My man, I appreciate you, man.
Always.
I don't know why these headphones have recently started bothering me. We've been rocking. Yep. Listen, for the ladies over here on YouTube, I just dropped a link down in the comments. If you have any disagreements or if you have any questions, come on up and let's have a respectful conversation. Respectful being the key word. I don't know how we just got a strike on TikTok. That was crazy. Those of you who have disagreements about the content or you have questions, come on up. And that's my main premise, to make sure this is not a show where we go in on women. It's always ironic that whenever we do a show critiquing the areas that men are failing in, ZF always says, Stacey, look, the women don't want to come nowhere near this show, because then you wouldn't be able to say he just on women, right? This is not a show about the women. This is not a show about the men. This is about right and wrong. And unfortunately, our women are carrying a significant amount of the weight that is dilapidating society today. It really is. You can see it. You can see the carnage. And it can all be traced back to a place. Almost every major dilapidation that you see taking place in society, we can trace it back to a lot of the women. Even if you say the men are doing da 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 da, we know that those are likely the men that you're complaining about. Those are likely men who were raised by single parent moms who were not married when they gave birth to those children. It can all be traced back to her. Now the men, I'll give men are, let's say 30% responsible, whatever. But the reason that we don't dwell on that is because those are the men that we keep asking these women to stop bringing into this world without a father who can teach them and instruct them on the ways that he's supposed to move in society. If you don't pair your child off with a father who can teach them and instruct them on the ways that they are supposed to be operating in society, then how the hell will they know how to function in the ways that they're supposed to operating and functioning in society? Trial and error. And that thing comes with certain amounts of pain. The father is supposed to be the pretest to life. He is supposed to be the pretest to life so that by the time you get a hold to real life, you're somewhat aware of the dangers of it. Because your dad has given you crazy lectures. Your dad has given you these talks. Your dad has given you whippings about doing certain things. But if you don't have your tutor, then how are you supposed to pass the test? Listen, people, we got almost a couple of hundred people up in here. Where are my show supporters at? If you rock with the content, if you rock with the show, hit us off. The Cash App information is at the bottom of the screen. The Cash App and the PayPal. Rock with us. Let us know that you rock with the content, that you satisfied with the hottest show online, people. And I'm going to say it again. Salute to the 63% of our new subscribers down here in the building. This is what we are telling you guys. You think that we don't want better outcomes for women? Society as a whole won't get better until women get better. How the hell do you think that, let's hypothetically say that men are operating, we're not even going to hypothetically, we'll just say it. Men are operating at a capacity to where society could still be decent if women weren't operating at the capacity that they're operating at. We are. You know what's really crazy? I'm going to tell you guys what's really crazy. Women are so effing valuable and amazing. I could just go on and on. Women are so amazing that I thank God for him creating women. But you changed. You desired to be able to execute. The behaviors of men. You think that's not going to change you? The image that we've had of women since the beginning of time was a woman, in the kitchen, a blueberry pie, cooling off in the window, her with an apron on. Could you imagine going from that to period? I said what I said. And her got one man's Johnson in her mouth, one man behind her, and she's on top of woman. Could you imagine that? Where you have to have taken yourself in order to be able to execute that without feeling terrible. It means their souls are gone. A woman who can go down that path of getting comfortable, maneuvering around in society with masculine tendencies or masculine traits, it means she's dropped a significant portion of her feminine, classy ways off and adapted masculinity. And in a lot of cases, she can't be fixed. In order for that caliber of woman to be fixed, she would have to volunteer to come under the leadership of a man and abide by his do's and don'ts, because you would be getting reprogrammed back into what we have always loved about you. Now we have a situation where men are having to teach women how to be ladies again. Not only that, they're extremely defiant as to, you know what, we're going to go ahead and pull a little bit of this up in this situation. Come on. I want to show you guys what we're talking about. There we go. Boom. Check this out. Let's go. 50 to 70% of women who were surveyed who are currently in a relationship already have a backup plan in case their current man doesn't work out. And I saw, hold on. I saw you support that. How can you support a woman being in a relationship but entertaining other men? What you're doing is with that information, you're destroying the community and you're promoting whoredom. You know, just imagine women evolve. I'm not even going to disrespect the word evolving with that. Women morphing from the women that we were all willing to give our lives for. Men were laying their coats over puddles of water so that a woman could walk on the back of his coat and wouldn't get her feet wet when it's raining. Men were walking next to women with the umbrella over her. Never mind that there's, a portion of the rain that's still hitting him. How can you go from that to promoting, when you're in a relationship, make sure you're entertaining other men as well? Is there anything about that sounds like a classy woman? You sound like a hoe.
I need to have a backup plan. You need to always have you in the
And
picture.
you're standing on that. You're standing on that on the internet. She's preaching that a woman needs to always have a backup plan. That means that you're not even going into this thing with any faith that this thing is going to work to the end of life.
I'm saying this. When I say have a backup plan, I am not talking about having a backup plan with another man. This
Yes, you are.
goes into what I said the first video you played. Be independent, be selfish, have some selfish tendencies about yourself. Make sure that you have things on your plan B so you're able to not lose yourself in that relationship. A lot of women lose them.
I thought people love to get lost inside of a relationship. They even have a concept for it. It's called falling in love. Do you think it's possible to fall in love with someone and also have boundaries on how far you're willing to fall for them? Let's say love is right here, but because you've listened to a moronic dating coach, you've capped yourself at a ceiling to where you're only willing to allow yourself to experience this degree of love. And she's a nice woman. I think she's probably a feminine woman in some areas. And even she is lost with this information. Even she is lost.
Now, I'm not saying be a cheater because I don't think all men cheat, so I don't think women should cheat. I'm not saying.
You're a cheater if you're entertaining other men. The Bible says you're a cheater if you're mentally entertaining other men.
That. But if we want to play roster for roster and you're dealing with a man who has a roster, baby, do exactly.
How do you know he has a roster?
Do exactly what. Some men keep it all the way 100%.
Oh my God.
Some men do.
Do you believe that a lady is supposed to be a lady regardless as to what the man is doing?
Because men don't know how to be honest. Women know how to be honest. So that's what I said. If you want to put me in.
If women know how to be honest, why are all of these men finding out that children aren't theirs?
Look, we can talk. Listen, we're going to have to talk about it. I can't listen.
You are so much more better and valuable when you are under the guidance and leadership of a man. Even an average man can see things that you cannot see. I believe that if men and women both have vision, men's is around 80% and women's is about 35% or maybe 40. That's how further our vision extends than yours. Or else you wouldn't be able to get tricked, as you call it, into having babies by losers. Listen, I'm talking about some of you had a baby by a real piece of crap and did it again? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Let me see here. People, we are $30 short of our nightly show goal. Those of you who rock with the show, help us make it to our $50 mark. We are $30 short of our nightly show goal. Like I said, if you rock with the content and you want to see us keep going, the information is at the bottom of the screen. Cash App, The Real Stacey Prince, or you can hit us off on the Super Chat or on TikTok. TikTok has gotten terrible. I'm not going to lie. I tried to pin ZF. Why couldn't I pin something as well? But listen, again, I'm here to reiterate this. Caller, you're on the line. What's going on?
Hey, how you doing, Prince? What's going on, bro?
I'm good, brother. Tell me how you feeling.
Yeah, I'm feeling all right. Just enjoying the show tonight, man. That woman you had a debate with, the one that you're talking about right now. Yeah, I watched that, and she do seem like kind of a sweet girl, but it's still like at the end, it's like they still have a way of fighting or holding themselves accountable.
I agree.
Some kind of way. It's just never their fault. It's just always, but it's this and but it's that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So she do seem like if she get around the right man and she really submits to his way, she look like she's salvageable.
I agree.
She do look like she could be, but yeah. But that having the backup plan, you're right.
That is insane, bro.
And how did you think a man's supposed to feel about that? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, well, you know, if any man got in his sense, he gonna be on the same time and like, well, fuck it, I ain't gonna give my all either.
Listen, and let me say this. Hold on. I want to say this to your point.
Yeah.
I want everybody to hear what he just said. My brother just said, okay, so how do you expect a man to respond to a woman if he gets the notion that she's got, a backup plan? Well, here's how he's going to respond. All of the things you guys are complaining about men doing, messing around with other women, that has a huge portion to do with it. Because a man's not going to sit around and tell you, well, you know what? I've sensed and I've noticed in you some very, very big signs that you could be entertaining other people. So I'm thinking about going out and doing this. No, we're not going to do that. We're just going to strike without warning. And that's where a lot of this stuff that you guys are seeing in men not treating you well is because men have weighed you and tried you and saw that you are not deserving of his faithfulness. That's what it is.
That's real. That's real. And see, and the messed up part about it is the game's so screwed up, but what women are not understanding, I really want the women on the show that listen to another man say what I'm about to say. Really take heed on what I'm about to say, because this is real game. Listen, we're not stupid. We're paying attention to what you're doing. And see, the problem is you're punishing the men that would really love you for the fuckboys that y'all like. See, the men that would really try to treat y'all right, you're punishing the other men because the other man ran that game on you because ladies, you're attracted to the man that's got a whole group of women around him. You love the man that you know got a bunch of other women and all the other stuff going on. Not saying other men can't do it, but if you got that, I hate to say this, if you got that kind of mentality and that's what you're chasing, then you're more than likely going to get treated that way. Now that you got treated that way because that's what you like, now you want to punish every goddamn body.
Hey, I want to touch on something that he just said, and this is very, very, very important. This is going to be a clippable moment of the show. Matter of fact, I'm going to mark this moment.
Let's go.
I want all of you ladies, especially those of you who have been rocking with this show, those of you who really did watch the late, great Kevin Samuel show, I want to bring something to your attention right now. Listen, ladies, listen to me, please. Have you guys ever been watching these shows where an educated woman will come up, a woman with dual degrees, a woman with PhD, a woman who claims to be so sophisticated? Have you ever seen those women come up and men like myself, men like the late, great Kevin Samuels, men like the brother Black Guru, effortlessly, we outsmart them, like without even having to try.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, here's the point that I want to bring to that. The way that you see us do women with dual degrees and PhDs like that, do you really think we're dumb enough to fall for the shit you guys try to pull on us if we're that far ahead of you? Look at our thinking patterns. You guys come up here and you've been in college for like 8 years, and men who don't even have GEDs unravel your ideologies and your philosophies. So how do you think that these same men are going to fall for the crap that you guys try? That's why you guys are chronically single, because the things that you guys think you're getting away with, the moment you say these things to a man, he instantly decodes that stuff in his ear and says, that's bullshit. Okay, I'm not going to tell her that I'm finna start messing around. I'm just going to do it. I'm not going to tell her that I'm about to start treating her like the type of woman who gets over on men. I'm just going to start treating her like it. We will devalue you without giving you the bulletin notice. We won't give you you won't get the notification that we've seen some deceit and some treachery in your behavior. We will just start operating like you are lesser valuable to us than you were.
Right. And Prince, let me say one more thing if you don't mind. Another thing, and this is really a women, it's not an attack. It's just to let you know that we on game. Listen, you don't, this is funny to me. You don't think that we're not at the club or we're not in the neighborhoods. I started the club. You don't think a man, you don't think we see that we tried to buy you a drink and you like, okay, you took the drink. We held conversation with you, but you're like, okay, I'll see you later. We're going about our way like, damn, I wanted to take Shorty home, but Shorty playing. You don't think we ain't watching still across the club where another brother will come up to you and speak that good game and then you leave right out of the club with him?
Right.
Okay, I ain't gonna do that no more. You don't think in the hood we ain't watching y'all while you're dating this guy? He's taking you out the roof, Chris, and doing all this. You don't think we don't see John creeping in the back door late night fucking you? You don't think we see that, ladies?
Right.
Come on, man.
I agree.
So what we are adapting. We're like, man, I ain't finna, man. And then and not little Lisa who let John hit late night because that's what she's sexually attracted to, but getting old Jeff over here to run around. You know what dudes are saying? Man, I ain't going through all that shit. Man, fuck that shit.
100%. 100%.
If she ain't rocking with me like that, then man, let that hoe go on about her business. When we peak game, y'all better wake up. Y'all better wake up.
I appreciate you coming up and rocking out with me, brother.
All right, brother.
You know it. You know it. Listen. Grandma Hands says, is over. I don't care what he say. But when you ask me for my money, it's over. Listen, I want to know, are you speaking from a perspective of somebody you're just having sex with, or somebody you've been in a relationship for like 7 months with? Because if it's somebody that you're in a relationship with, or you've been dealing with for 7 months, and it looks like if it's somebody that you're embarking up on a proposed serious relationship with, I take that back. I won't even say that. I don't think a woman should be giving a man money until they're in a serious relationship. Period, point blank. I'll tell you the same thing I'll tell my daughter. And for that man to be even asking to borrow some money, there better be a damn good reason why he doesn't have his own. And if you can show it to me on paper that you invested all of your money in this, you had to pay for the business plan, you had to pay for the action plan, do not be giving, no. I believe women do men a disservice when they don't assist a man in helping himself. That's what I believe. But here's what I was going to say. I believe a woman's finances is always supposed to be open to the man she's been in a relationship with for a year or more. If you guys have been in a serious relationship for a year or more, why wouldn't you help him level up to a level that's higher than the level he's currently residing at? I would like to think that helping him helps you. And for those of you ladies who like to say, yeah, but men like to... Men like to, soon as they get some money, they abandon the woman that helped them get there. That's not even true, for one. But just to address that scenario, so that you know that you're always safe from investing money in a man and him experience some success but leaving you, put him on a contract. Put him on a contract. Make sure that if this ninja really does try to cut out, make sure that it is, you can get on ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT. Speak to ChatGPT like you would your dad and tell it how much money he's requesting, what it is he's trying to build. Tell ChatGPT you want to know the business that he's trying to build in your area. What are the odds of success of a business like that in your particular area? What are the potential return on investment, what you should be looking forward to, and based upon that, put that in that contract. And if he does catch the wild bug and he decides to cut on out, so now what excuse do you ladies have to not be investing in men? Because every other community of women are investing in their man. Jeff Bezos will tell you in a heartbeat that 40, what was it? How much money did he give her? Was it $40 billion or $4 billion? I don't know what it was. When people were in the comments, I forget where it was. I think maybe a reporter said something like, man, how'd you feel about having to give away that time? I think he said something like she deserved it. She deserved it. Who was that? Shout out to Pinnacle Ball. All right, people, if nobody has any more questions or you don't have any disagreements with my viewpoints, my ideologies, I'm going to give you guys a couple of minutes to come up. Anybody who wants to come up, if you have a disagreement or you have a dating question, a financial question, business question, other than that, we're about to wrap it up. Let me see, we are $30 short of our nightly $50 goal, people. If you rock with the content, let us know by supporting the show. Those of you who have not subscribed to the show, it's in your best interest to hit that button now. This is, after all, the hottest show online. I promise you. And we only get better. All right then, people, you know what it is. If we are nothing else, people, we are out of here.
Time you hear grown folks talking, shut the fuck up here. Goodbye.
It's an evil world we live in. It's an evil world we live in.
Resist the unclean spirit.
Prince of Lies! Return to the depths of dark!
Oh yeah, no, it's done. And how tall are you?
I'm 5'4".
How much do you weigh?
180.
Goodbye.